Hi, I'm Kristin Comeforo. I'm the director of the master's program in the School of Communication at the University of Hartford. I wanted to take a few minutes to walk you through our program and tell you a little bit more about our campus and how we can help you achieve the next levels in your education, in your career, and your personal life. Welcome to the University of Hartford. We are a relatively small campus located in Hartford, Connecticut, which is poised almost midway in between the major cities of New York City to our south and Boston to our north. This is a great location for internships, for job placements, for field studies, anything that you might need to help you to take what you're learning in the classroom and apply it into a real world context. We're also right in Hartford. We're just down the street from our downtown area, which is an up-and-coming city with a lot of insurance companies and also other organizations, both in a corporate professional setting, nonprofits and advocacy groups, along with a lot of other opportunities. And our campus offers over 60 post-baccalaureate programs. That means that we can supplement some of our communication classes in areas such as business, psychology, education. So we really offer a very well-rounded educational opportunity right here at the University of Hartford. So let's talk a little bit about the master's program in communication. One thing that you're going to see as you take a look at our materials is that we are a very flexible program. We have only 2 classes that are required, so you must take our seminar in communication and you must take our research methods in communication course, or courses, I should say. And then the other requirement that's a mandate is that you complete a capstone type of project. This could either be a thesis or a non-thesis graduate project option, which I can talk a little bit more about as we go through our materials here. What you'll see as you start to look at our courses is that, yes, the majority of your coursework will be done in through electives. And what that means is that you can cater your learning to your goals. If there's a particular area of communication that you're interested in, whether it be advertising and public relations or some sort of branded communication, whether it be a more traditional human communication or communication studies kind of focus, whether you're interested in critical media studies, or even in terms of journalism or media production. You can choose to focus on those classes that suit your interest area. Or you could choose to be very broad and just kind of take whatever classes pop up each semester that interest you or that sounds interesting, and then you can get a very well-rounded, or what we would call a generalist master's degree in communication. Another thing that's great about our program, which I mentioned a little bit on the previous slide, is that we do go beyond the classroom quite a bit. So we have a variety of graduate level internships. We have connections with a lot of Hartford-based corporations, as I said, Boston-based, New York City, and also some remote or virtual kinds of internships if you're looking to switch careers, or if you're looking to get your feet wet in industry to supplement your classroom activity. We also have very active filmmakers and videographers and documentarians who are part of our faculty, and they do things like field productions that you may join along. Some of them are local, some of them are national and in different states, and then we also do some international travel for these kinds of programs. And there's always opportunities for you to get involved with other things on campus that can extend you outside the classroom, whether it's our student-run news network, whether it's our student-run advertising and media agency that we're just launching in the fall of 2020, or some other form of client work. So let's take a step back and just kind of map out these courses. The seminar in communication is your foundational class. This kind of gives you an overview of the field of communications. It brings you kind of to the heartbeat of what's going on in the field right now. So you'll review a lot of research, you'll get to know the journals, you'll look at the foundational theories and perspectives on communication, and you'll build that kind of groundwork. This is a required course. The second required course is communication research methods, and this is a little bit more transparent in terms of the topic. You will get a fully blown foundation in both quantitative research methods and qualitative research methods. So you'll spend a lot of time developing skills in both of these areas, and most importantly, recognizing when to use each form of research method. I also mentioned that to culminate your program, you'll need to complete either a thesis or a graduate project. A thesis is a 2-semester journey. It is kind of your traditional capstone to a master's program, or even some of you may have done this for your undergraduate program. It entails doing a thesis proposal in which you lay out your plan or what you want to study and how you're going to study. You'll include some of your lit review materials, and then you'll finish up your thesis the second semester that you're enrolling in a thesis completion course, and then you will present and defend your work, and that will qualify you for graduation. We also have a graduate project option, and this is a little smaller scale, so it's a 1-semester experience. It still requires you to kind of showcase all that you've learned across your program. So you will showcase your research methods that you understand and that you can apply. You'll showcase your ability to research a topic, to present findings, and to kind of carry on, or should I say further progress the area of study in which you're focusing. If you're choosing a graduate project, you would take just one more kind of additional elective course to round out your studies. You do need 33 credits towards graduation. A few other notes about graduating: 33 credits. 9 credits or 3 classes is considered full-time. Students who are full-time tend to graduate our program within 2 academic years, and that means you're just going to classes in the fall and in the spring. We do have some summer courses that we offer in an online format that sometimes allows students to graduate more quickly. Summer classes also allow students who are going part-time. So you may register for, as I said, 9 credits per semester and be full-time, or you may do 3 credits or 6 credits and complete the program in a part-time fashion. Summer credits will allow you to continue your coursework throughout the course of the calendar year, rather than being solely dedicated to fall and spring semesters. If you're taking a part-time path, what you need to do is just kind of look at the number of credits you anticipate taking each semester, and then you can plan out how long it might take you to graduate. As I said, full-time students graduate within 2 years. One last thing about courses. I did want to point out that as you look at some of our materials, we have our example elective courses that are part of our course catalog, and you can see courses in the areas that I've already mentioned, things in critical media studies, things in brand communication, like an ad PR kind of thing, communication studies, etc. But what I want to call your attention to are the special topics courses, because we use special courses a lot to round out our course offerings. And what these do is they allow us to put our finger on the heartbeat of what's going on in communication any particular semester. So you might see a political advertising class being run in a fall semester during an election year. So we can kind of tie our courses to things that are most relevant and topical in the world today. And you can see that we have a really healthy kind of approach to special topics courses, whether they be journalism courses, branding courses, communication studies courses, etc. And then finally with courses, I mentioned on one of the first slides about the number of programs we have outside of the field of communication. And these may come in handy for you because as you engage in your communication courses, students often find it helpful to supplement their communication courses with courses outside of our area. So these may be courses within our Master's of Science in Management program, which is through our Barney Business School. These may be through organizational psychology classes, through our psychology programs, and courses like leadership, courses like emotional intelligence, diversity and inclusion. These courses really supplement what's going on in communication and may really help you to get a richer experience on campus, and also to really finally hone in on the kinds of areas that are important to you and to your future plans. So why UHeart? I think I've kind of gone through many of the pieces to the puzzle. We see that our program is very flexible. You can pick and choose the courses that you want. You can go part-time, you can go full-time, you could do internships, etc. With that flexibility, you also could focus if that is something that is of interest to you. Do you want to really hone in on branding or critical media studies? If you really wanted that focus, that's part of the menu options that you can choose to program yourself in a very focused way. And then last but not least, which may be hard to see, is our faculty. I think that one of the things that you will find is that our faculty are really dedicated to helping you achieve your goals. In many instances, they've been professionals in the fields in which you are studying to move into or hoping to move into. And so not only do they know their craft, but they also are great teachers and accessible and willing to work with students, whether it be on side projects, independent research types of projects, whether it's collaborating on something for a research convention, whether it's a production or an internship or something along those lines. Our faculty are some of the best that you can find in the Northeast. So as you can see, our program is very well rounded, and we're really here to help you make the most of your time on campus, and then also to succeed in all of the goals that you've set for yourself. If you need any more information or would like to talk a little bit more specifically about the program, please email me at comeforo@hartford.edu.